The first thing you should notice is the color. The old Xbox 360 arcade version is a nice white, whereas the new Xbox 360 Slim is the 4GB, so it's a nice black matte finish, or if you get the 250GB, you get a nice black glossy finish. The old Xbox 360 arcade has two small vents on the sides, whereas the new Xbox 360 Slim has a nice kind of diamond vent on it. Now we're going to be looking at the sizes. From what you should probably already see is that the Xbox 360 Slim is a tad bit shorter than the Xbox 360 arcade version. Another view of the two, once again you can see that it's not that much shorter, but it is indeed shorter. So right here you should see that the Xbox 360 Slim does live up to its name by being slightly less of a width than the Xbox 360 arcade, being about 8/9 of the original Xbox. While the old Xbox arcade weighs in at about 7.5 pounds or 8 pounds around there, you'll find that the Xbox 360 Slim is a lot lighter and runs at about 6.4 pounds. A good thing to know about the new Xbox 360 Slim is it has a new Valhalla chip in it, which makes it less noisy. Now we're going to be looking at the back of each one, and we're going to see what is there. As you can already see, there are a lot more different ports on the Slim than on the arcade. So now if we can get in here, at the top there we have a USB port, on the bottom we have an Ethernet, AV cables to hook up to your TV. We also have the power slot. On the new Xbox 360 Slim we have 3 USBs and 2 on front, so that's 5 in total. Here we only have 3 in total because 2 on the front on this one too. Now we also have another USB looking port, but that's really for the Kinect, if you want to buy that. Now we have the Ethernet here, AV right about here, HDMI, that's right there, and now we have SPDIF, so if you want to, play like that. And then we have power, which looks a little different than that, less chubby. Now if you remember, the old Xbox, you would have the red ring of death problem. Now that would happen when it overheats. With the new Xbox 360 Slim, it doesn't overheat as much, but if it does overheat, it does have a safety precaution where it turns off if it knows it's getting too hot. That way it doesn't damage your system. This can be good and bad, depending on whether you're in the middle of a mission or something. With the old Xbox 360, you had this big slack of fat hanging out the side, which was known as the hard drive, where you click a button to take it out. Now, I didn't really like it as much, just because it would be so big and take up a lot more space. On the new Xbox 360 Slim, you go on the side, and if you open the side vent with a little notch here, that's where the hard drive would be. Another great thing about the new Xbox 360 Slim, which I'm totally in love with, is the touchscreen controls. So we have right here the power button. You don't need to click it like the old Xbox. You just kind of tap the metal ring, and it turns on. And it makes a cute little noise when it turns on too. And now we also just tap eject, and it'll pop out. Just tap eject again, go back in, just tap it, turn it off. This might get a little annoying if you just happen to scrape across it, maybe with your shirt or something, but I think it's a great feature. The old Xbox 360's brick was a big hunk with lots of lines in it. No one really liked packing that in their corners and stuff, so they came out with a new, slicker one. It's not as big, it's still pretty big, but it's definitely smaller, definitely. And it has a nice black matte finish, just like the Xbox. Now we're going to take a look at the controllers. We're going to start with the Xbox 360 and then compare it with the Xbox 360 Slim. So, as you can tell, again, from the regular Xbox and the new Xbox, we have white here and black here. Now, what's different about these is just like on the Xbox 360 Elite, which was black, it didn't have a couple of these features. Like the Xbox 360 Elite still had gray joysticks and D-pads, and also a gray bottom, and also not so glossy triggers. Now with the new Xbox 360 Slim controller, it's not that much different, but we have a nice glossy Xbox center button, and we have black joysticks and black D-pad and a glossy black finish on the bottom. We also have glossy black on top and on the triggers, and on the battery pack. But other than that, the controllers are pretty much the same. Both run on batteries. Hoping they're going to come out with one without that doesn't need batteries. And yeah, it's not smaller or anything, but I think it looks awesome.